Texas Senator Ted Cruz is gaining momentum on the campaign trail. He's leading in Iowa and closing the gap to frontrunner Donald Trump. News 5's Emily DeVoe sat down for an exclusive interview with the candidate before he took the stage at a rally in Daphne this weekend. Now, we aired part 1 at 5 o'clock. The story continues now.
On the campaign trail, Ted Cruz shakes thousands of hands, and his stop in Daphne was no different. Before walking out on stage with his family, the Republican candidate told us the sole issue he hears over and over again from voters.
I think the #1 issue in this election is keeping America safe. You know, we saw in the wake of Paris, in the wake of San Bernardino, a president who is utterly oblivious. He's clueless. He doesn't understand what we're facing. He refuses even to say the words radical Islamic terrorism, much less do what's needed to keep us safe.
During our roughly 10-minute interview, the Texas conservative touched on Syrian refugees, slamming the Obama administration and Hillary Clinton's policies that allow refugees into the U.S.
Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, for matters of political correctness, they're sticking their heads in the sand and saying, bring them over anyway, even when we know ISIS wants to infiltrate them and use the refugees to murder us. The first obligation of the commander-in-chief should be to keep us safe. And we have a president right now who's not doing that.
You could argue Cruz is the opposite of Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton, so it's no surprise he had strong words for his view of the future under a Clinton presidency.
We risk losing the entire country. The stakes have never been higher than they are right now. I think we're at the edge of a cliff. We're looking down. We either pull back and get back to the principles that built this country, or we risk losing the greatest country in the history of the world.
And when we ask how to accomplish something like that,
conservatives win nationally when we effectively articulate what it is we believe. Liberals win when they effectively hide what they believe.
Cruz points to his track record in the Senate and his efforts to fight the Gang of Eight. That's a group of bipartisan politicians who tried to push a controversial immigration plan in 2013.
I was proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with Alabama's own Jeff Sessions, leading the fight against amnesty, leading the fight to secure our borders, leading the fight to keep this nation safe.
In his speech, Cruz said he hopes to stand shoulder to shoulder with Senator Jeff Sessions again.
I got 3 words for you. Secretary Jeff Sessions.
This time as a member of his cabinet to fight illegal immigration.
You want to talk about a Homeland Security Secretary who'll go down there and build the wall himself?
Sessions spoke to Cruz for several minutes before the rally. He says the candidate's comment was simply meant to prove a point.
Well, I'm not thinking about that right now. I've got plenty to do. I think he was making a point that he's going to get a good person that's committed to ending the lawlessness at our border and in the interior.
Nonetheless, it garnered applause at the Daphne rally, along with many other of Cruz's policies. In Daphne, Emily DeVoe, News 5.
And if you missed part 1 of the interview at 5 o'clock, you can catch it along with this story on our website.